It is my great pleasure to introduce our speaker tonight, Bill Crowe, who will be speaking on your health and your technology. Bill has a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics Education from the University of California in Pennsylvania. He worked for IBM for 34 years as a programmer, systems analysis, and manager. He also has IBM certified coursework from George Washington University, Dartmouth University, Dale Carnegie, and WIN Institute, to name a few. He has taught computer-related classes at New Horizons Community College of Vermont and St. Michael's College in Vermont. Bill teaches courses such as Intro to Computers, Windows, Excel, Word, and various iPhone and iPad classes for Sarasota Adult Community Enrichment, which we call ACE. He also teaches many courses and is on the board of course, our very own Sarasota Technology Users Group, STUG. Bill's passion for teaching has become obvious when you see him in the classroom. He is excited about helping others learn, and that excitement is caught by the students. His favorite expression is, quote, "No learning takes place unless there is a transfer of knowledge," end quote. From what his students say, there's a lot of learning that occurs in his classes. So let's give a great warm welcome to our very own Bill Crowe.
Hi, everybody. How are you today?
Great.
Great.
Fantastic.
A tough old cowboy from Texas counseled his granddaughter that if she wanted to live a long life, the secret was to sprinkle a pinch of gunpowder in her oatmeal every morning. The granddaughter did so religiously until she was 103 years old. When she died, she left behind 14 children, 30 grandchildren, 43 great-grandchildren, 25 great-great-grandchildren, and a 40-foot hole in the crematorium where she was buried. Or burned, I'm sorry. All right. Today, I'd like to talk to you about our technology and our health. I'd like to share my screen now. You know, I'm a proponent of smart devices, especially the Apple phone, the tablet, the Apple Watch. And I noticed gradually evolving aspects of all the technology is how much technology is used to help us with our health. Okay. And so I said, gee, I'd like to put together a presentation on that. And so as a consequence of that, I did some research and came up with the following presentation. What I'm going to talk about tonight is something called emergency information. And I'll talk a little more about that later. Find me or find my. The health application, that's specifically on the iPhone. There may be something similar to that on the Android devices. I'm just not up to speed on that one. Activities is something, again, on the Apple devices. Other applications that you can get on your device to help you manage your health. And then I'm going to talk about other devices that connect to our technology. And just a brief one on that would be a scale. You know, we used to get a scale. Well, you can buy a scale now that connects to your smartphone, and it tells you your weight, of course, but then it also keeps track of it. It makes all kinds of charts for you to take a look at. Okay, emergency information. I always try to ensure in my classes that everybody has their emergency established on their device, on their smartphones. The idea here is you put your emergency information on your phone. That would be your blood type, your allergies, your medications, your contact information, and other medical information. And then if something happens to you EMTs know that they can pick up your device and through a certain technique, and we'll talk about that, access that information. So it's on your phone. On a phone, to get to that information, on the iPhone, you open the health app, you tap your picture at the top right corner of the medical, and then tap medical ID. So you opened an app, and then you tap medical ID, and tap get started or edit, and then input the information. And be sure to put in emergency contacts and add the people you would like to know that you know would like to know about your situation. And then tap done. On an Android, very similar process. Now, by the way, these slides are going to be made available to you at our website. So you don't need to hurry up and write down. You could take a picture of it with your phone. And I'll pause before I exit each slide, so you could do that if you want. But on your Android, on your phone, you open the safety app, sign into your Google account, tap settings, add your emergency info. For your medical information, tap medical information. Oop. And now I'm going to switch sides, so if you want to take a picture, go ahead. If you wanted to make an emergency call, let's say you've fallen somewhere and you need to notify people, and you have your phone with you, right? To make it operational, you go to Setup, open the phone, go to Settings, tap Emergency SOS in Settings, and then turn on Call with 5 presses. So that means you'll touch the power button 5 times to get to it. To use it, press the side button 5 times, and then drag the slider for Emergency SOS, and it will call 911. I have to warn you, I was demonstrating this in a class, so I said, here, I'm going to slide it and see what happens. It started dialing 911. I hang up right away, but then they called me back. And they wanted to make sure I was not under some sort of duress, being held captive or something like that, before they would let me off the phone. On an Android, again, in the setup, to set it up, you hit Open the Settings app, Emergency SOS, turn Use Emergency SOS on. To use it, guess what? Press the power button 5 times. So this is the one place I've seen the industries come together, where they both say, to access the emergency stuff, press it 5 times. At 5-second countdown, it will call the emergency number automatically. You don't have to tap anything else. To take a look at your emergency information on your smartphone, on an Apple, you go to the lock screen. Tap Emergency in the lower left-hand corner. So this is what an EMT would do. So he doesn't get you, if your phone's locked, doesn't make a difference. And then they tap Medical ID. You could also dial 911 this way, by the way. Now, all the emergency information you have entered is there, along with your contacts. You might want to put a doctor's name in your emergency contacts as well. On an Android, you go to the iPhone's lock screen and sweep up to unlock, but you don't need to unlock it. Just tap on Emergency. Just call just below the keyboard. And then tap your View Emergency Information, and the information shows up. Or, same as on the iPhone, you can dial 911 from there. So on either device, you don't even have to unlock it to get to call Emergency 911 or to see your emergency information. There's a feature on the iPhone, there's a feature on your phones that allows you to find your phone. And most of us carry our phones with us all the time. right? So set up and find on my iPhone or iPad. So the way to set it up, Find My, is open the Settings app, tap your name at the top of the Find My, at the top, and then tap Find My. If you want friends or family to know where you are, turn on the Share My Location. Now, in many cases, you might want to do this with your children so that they know where you are. And if you haven't moved in a considerable amount of time, they might detect that there's something wrong. Okay, or if they're trying to contact you and they're not getting an answer, they can check Find My, and at least they'll know where your phone is. And then turn on Find My device. Okay. To see your device, even if it's offline, turn on Find My Network. That's another option in the list. To use it on any computer, any device, anywhere, type in iCloud.com, log in with your password, and it will help you find your device. I know I had forgotten my iPhone in a class I was teaching, and I happened to go directly from there out to dinner. And so I asked the people we were out to dinner with, could I borrow their phone to make sure I knew where my device was. And I did iCloud.com, typed in my Apple ID and password, and then hit the Find My app that shows up. And it shows me that my phone was in a classroom in the school where I was teaching. On an Android device, open the device's Settings app. Tap Security, and then Find My Device if you can't find security. One of those two things, depending on the Android you might have. If it was Find My Device, tap Security and Location or Google Security. One of those will get you there. Check if Find My Device is turned on or turn it on. Then to use it, in their case, you go to google.com/Android. Sign in with your account and use the Find My Device application. Okay. On the iPhone, there is an app they've added. Must have been the operating system release 8 or 7 or somewhere in that range. They created something called a health app. The health app is a general umbrella. Okay, it's a hub for all the health activities and a collection for all the information from other devices. The idea here is they said, okay, it's going to collect the data from any other source you might have, any jogging app you might have, etc., and it will put it in the health app as one master place where you can check all the information. It tracks your steps, speed, distance, and sleep. Also helps to have an Apple Watch, right? And the Apple Watch is even more accurate in tracking your steps, your standing, your exercise, your heart rate, your blood oxygen level. So those are different things, and we'll talk a little more about those later. But those are different things that your Apple Watch can provide you. Also, ECG, right? It interfaces with many other applications, as I was saying. Applications called like Under Armour, Weight Watchers. There's a Nike app, MyFitnessPal, Map My Walk, etc., etc., etc. And I'm just going to go through a couple of the screens that you would say if you use the application. Okay, the first one is a summary page. When you open it up, you get a summary page. It has 3 categories at the bottom: summary, sharing, and browse. Summary, you get this. And if you want to track your activity or my EKG, I could click on that and get some more information. But it says my sinus rhythm 91 was taken, and it was 91 beats per minute average at the time it was taken on September 1st. If you click there, it will lead you to other more detailed, right? You can select the kinds of activities you want to view in the summary page. So you might want active energy, activity, how many steps you've taken, standing minutes or standing hours, et cetera, et cetera. Right? If I'm on the summary page and I tap one of them, I think I tapped heart rate. This one here, if I tapped heart rate, it came up here and gave me day, week, month, and year, 6 month and year of my heart rate over time, okay? And it's taking my heart rate automatically with my watch, every couple hours? Okay. Open the health app and set up your profile. We talked a little about this, but I opened the health app, right? And I would go down here and fill in the information in my profile: blood type, sex, date of birth. By the way, that's 1892. It should be 1890. No. Wheelchair, if you need wheelchair, etc. So that's your health details. And you can update it by clicking the edit, right? Open the health app and set up emergency medical information. And here's where you would set that up. Now, I gave you a description of how to do it earlier, but here's some of the things. I'm an organ donor. I don't know if they'll want it at that age, but the only medications I was taking at the time I filled this in was vitamins. I am allergic to some, etc. Okay. Another key thing is at the bottom of that activities app, there's a sharing capability, right? It's called a share tab. So if you click on it, you can set up, share this information, and you can select what information you want to share with particular individuals, i.e. your doctor, your spouse, your siblings, etc. Okay. If you click the Browse tab, you can go through all your activities and see what's going on. If I click the activities, I would see this. And then I could get a more detailed of my active energy here. The point I'm trying to make with everyone here is it's full of information. And it tracks it nicely for you, tells you how you're doing on any given day. Obviously, I'm not burning enough calories. That should be up a ways. Okay, there are health applications that feed the health app. One of them is called Activities. There's the heart rate from your watch, ECG from your watch, blood oxygen level from your watch. And there are fitness apps that also feed information to the health app. And there are many other applications. Okay. I want to spend a couple of minutes talking about the activity app on your watch. I'm sorry, on your Apple Watch and Apple phone. It tracks and keeps track of it for you, right? There are 3 rings of different colors summarizing your progress. The goal is to set less, move more, and get some exercise by completing each ring every day. And so it tracks and gives you a detailed list of how you're doing each day in meeting your targets. And you can change your standing goal or other goals, right? The fitness app on your iPhone keeps a record of your activity. If you're tracked at least 6 months of activity, it displays daily trends of activities, calories, exercise minutes, standing, sitting, walking, cardio, walking pace, and more. In the fitness app on your phone, tap summary and then scroll the trends and see how you're doing. So I'm going to look at this. The activity app is this guy on your phone, right? So if you tap the circles, it comes up and gives you a summary of the 3 circles. The red is how much I've been moving, and that would be just almost just breathing, but up and around. Exercising would be active exercise. And how much are you just standing, right? Red movement, green exercise, blue is standing, right? If it's tracking your movement ring, shows you how many calories you've burned so far. Complete your daily move goal by burning active calories every day. Active calories, unlike resting, are ones that you burn standing or moving around. Exercise, and it tracks active exercise. How many minutes of brisk activity have you completed? Completing your daily exercise goal, at least 30 minutes each day. And you can change the amount of time. And standing. The standing ring shows the hours in which you're standing or moving at least a minute. Complete your day. Get that. Complete your daily standing up and moving around for at least 1 minute during the 12-hour period, every hour during the during the day. What it does, it will even send you reminders if you want. I was teaching a class one time, and 2 of the students stood up in the classroom, and their little beeper went off on their watch to say it's time to stand up. So they were following the directions precisely. Even if you stand all day, you need to move around to earn the credit for standing. If you specify that you use a wheelchair, the standing ring switches to rolling or roll ring. Roll shows the hours in which you've pushed around for at least 1 minute. I thought that was pretty clever. To get started on it, when you set up your Apple Watch, you're asked if you would like to configure your activity app. If you choose not to, you can always do it later when you open the app for the first time. Open the app, swipe left to read the move, exercise, and stand descriptions to get started. And then you swing the digital crown to set your sex, age, height, and weight, and whether you're in a wheelchair or not. And then you choose the activity level and start moving. Here's what it looks like on your watch if you pull it up in the middle of the day. And that lets you check your progress. Remember, the red ring is moving, the green is exercising, and the blue is standing. Here's what the monthly chart would look like. On your phone, open the fitness app on your phone, tap the activity summary and the details about your all-day activity, and then you can tap the calendar to see your progress. On your watches, there's an ECG measurement. You open the Apple Watch, the application on the Apple Watch, it's called ECG. You lightly hold the crown and the opposite side of your watch with your thumb, if your watch is on your left hand, and you just hold them for 30 seconds without moving your arm. And after 30 seconds, it will show you the results. It does not find signs of a heart attack, and they make that very clear. It does say it shows signs of arterial fibrillation. the blood oxygen level on your Apple Watch. Data is collected by your watch on demand or automatically by opening the blood oxygen application. The reading takes 15 seconds and shows the results. Basically, you open the application and don't move your wrist for 15 seconds. It sends the information back to the health app on your phone, and you can see your daily trends. Okay. Other medical applications you might be working with, or you can work with. For older adults, for iOS and Android, here's some of them. Map My Walk, a really nice, smooth app. Basically, you load it on your phone, you tap it, and it says, tap it when you want to start your walk. Yoga Studio, Silver Sneakers Go. C25K, it's a 5K trainer. I'm not sure how many of us would be interested in that. There are a few. The Johnson & Johnson official 7-minute workout. 7 minutes of Chi, it's a Tai Chi app. And My Fitness Pal, okay? Just a couple of words on each one of these. Map My Walk. Here's what it looks like when you're done. It actually shows you a picture of where you walked. Gives you monthly totals or weekly, daily, hourly totals, right? Right? It's a fantastic low impact activity you can do every day to stay healthy. And this app makes it easy to stay on track. You can set personal goals, log your walks, save your favorite routes, and even find new places to walk nearby. The app also offers audio feedback designed to help you improve everything every time you go. Can you go faster or walk further? Right? Don't let the name fool you. Beyond walking, you can track more than 700 sports activities, including cycling, hiking, swimming, yoga, and even go to exercise class. Yoga Studio for beginners. I tried yoga once, darn near killed me. Just ask my wife. It's not my cup of tea, but boy. Slow down the Yoga Studios library. Slow down with the Yoga Studios library of more than 100 ready-made yoga videos and meditations. You can search for classes based on duration, 5 to 60 minutes, ability, beginner to advanced, focused on your balance, your strength, or relaxation, and intensity, low or high. Or build your own class from a library of 280 poses, complete with detailed instructions. Do you see the word free up there? Isn't that nice? You can download videos to get your yoga fix anytime. After downloading, you can view the videos without internet access. And if seeing a class on your calendar motivates you, the app's scheduling features will let you do this with your friends. Silver Sneakers, right? Finally, a fitness app designed for you in mind. Silver Sneaker Go offers 4 to 12 weeks, strengthened building, walking, and flexibility and mobility programs that can be tailored to your fitness level, right? With each program, you'll have access to easy-to-follow exercise demonstrations and tips to modify any movement to fit your comfort level and equipment needs. So if you have a problem, they can make suggestions to modify the exercise. Prefer working out with friends? The app will help you find nearby fitness locations and classes. Plus, activity tracking helps you keep tabs on your weekly and monthly progress, while mobile reminders ensure you never miss a workout. C25K, right? That means couch to 25, couch to 5K is what that's all about. You'll start out by walking more than jogging and gradually progress until your session is spent jogging. Just press the start and let the audio coach guide you through a series of walking and jogging intervals for 30 minutes per day, 3 days per week. You may want to register for a 5K race, so you'll be motivated and tempted not to skip a certain session. This one intrigued me, the Johnson & Johnson official 7-minute workout, right? The app makes starting up a regular workout routine a breeze. All you need is 7 minutes, a wall, a chair to get an effective strength and cardio workout. Right? The video demonstrates and audio cues make it easy to follow along, while the app allows you to indicate your like and dislike of exercises like jumping, squats, jacks, lunges, wall sits, and more. Stick with the original 7-minute workout, pick from 21 other ready-made routines, or utilize one custom that you've made. Right? Looking for beginner-friendly workouts, check out the First Timers, which features modified exercise for marching in place, chair-assisted squats, and kneeling squat push-ups. I don't know how many of you tried Tai Chi. I found it very relaxing and useful. And here's a program that will help you do that. Often described as a meditation in motion, Tai Chi is an effective exercise for gently improving strength, balance, flexibility, and range of motion. It's especially beneficial for older adults with joint stiffness who want to help prevent falls. And this app makes it easy to squeeze in a quick daily session. Even if you are totally new to the practice, you'll have no trouble following along with Master Lee guides you through a series of exercises. Audio prompts help you sync your breathing with your movements and let you know what's coming next, so you can focus on your practice and not watching the clock. And MyFitnessPal, right? Similar to other exercise applications, MyFitnessPal lets you log workouts, choose from more than 350 exercises, track steps, and daily movement goals. What really sets this apart is the nutrition and calorie tracking component. The app's database has more than 6 million foods. This app's database of more than 6 million food makes it easy to monitor your diet no matter what you eat. Whether you're trying to lose weight or put on muscle, the app helps you determine the best things to eat to meet your goals. Even if you made something from scratch, you can input the recipe and the app will estimate the nutritional information. Other applications that you might want to consider are GoodRx. Now, many of you may have heard of that one. We'll talk a little about it. One that is particularly interesting to me was the Snore Lab, WebMD, Headspace. Let's talk about those, right? GoodRx is basically an app that gives you the best price for drugs in your area. It's your solution to convenient and affordable medications. Find discounts up to 80% on prescriptions and save money on what matters, right? It is a free pharmacy coupon app that helps millions of Americans save money on pills, prescription drugs, and medical costs. Our coupon finder helps find the best price on affordable prescriptions, medications, and drugs you can't find on other medication applications. GoodRx is a medication app with RX pharmacy discounts and medication and pill reminder for medicine and tracking and more. Many of the drugstores you go to, you pull this up and you show them that it's cheaper. Let's say you're at your Publix and you show them it's cheaper at Walmart, they'll give you that price. Pretty well, no questions asked, right? And this is basically what it looks like when you bring it up. Let me do that again. Okay. And it shows you the different pharmacies and what the drug costs at different places. You do feed it where you are, or you let it know your location, and it gives you the pharmacies near you. My wife, who's on this call, said I had a snoring problem. And I said, I don't know I have a snoring problem. So I went to the doctor and he said, what did it sound like? And of course, I have no idea what it sounded like. This app gives you that capability. It records, measures, and tracks your snoring and helps you discover effective ways to reduce it. Right? The app is very easy to use. Simply set the snore app running next to your bed whilst you sleep. In the morning, you'll discover your snore score. Good one, snore score. Exactly when and how loudly you snore and listen to some highlights. So I could have played it for my doctor. Snore app lets you log and track lifestyle factors and any snoring remedies so you can see how they impact your snoring. The app can be useful in medical consultations, like with my doctor, when investigating sleep disorders such as sleep apnea. Here are some of the things it does. It records, monitors, right? Gives you all your information, gives you the sound levels. And my wife, I'm sure, would say I was up here all the time. Okay, WebMD, right? The one healthcare app you need to check symptoms, set medication reminders, get daily allergy alerts, learn about conditions and drugs, research treatments and diagnoses, find doctors and specialists in your area, and save on prescriptions at your local pharmacy in one app, right? Here are some of the screens that are on it, right? Check your symptoms, track your symptoms, create med reminders, save money on prescriptions. So if you didn't get anyone other than that, get this one in WebMD RX, and you should be all set. Headspace Finder is a meditation app, basically. Stress less, sleep soundly, and keep happier. Get happier. Headspace is everyday mindfulness and meditation, so you can make mindfulness a daily habit and be kept to and be kind to your mind. Learn how to relax, manage stress, find your focus, and release tension in both mind and body. Right? It gives you guided meditation courses and mindfulness exercises on subjects like stress, general anxiety, worry, building resilience, and more topics for any moment. Learn mindfulness and choose from hundreds of meditations led by world-class experts from all walks of life. From guided meditation to soothing breathe work, get personalized recommendations daily based on what you like and how you are feeling. Try the short 3-minute mindfulness meditation session that fits seamlessly into a busy schedule, or cause longer meditations for more, or choose longer meditations for any time of day. Meditate with friends and join live group meditations with members from around the world. Listen to soothing stories, calming sounds, sleep music to create conditions of restful slumber. Here are some of the screens from that one. You can choose what you want, feel less stressed, relax your mind, track your medications. Okay. The last section here is on medical devices. And recently, many of the medical devices come out with something called Bluetooth connection. Simply what that means is you can use your phone, your smartphone, to gather information that the device is recording. As I mentioned earlier, there's scales, there's blood pressure cuffs, there's blood oxygen saturation levels, there's first alert, there's tracker applications, there's hearing aids. Many of you may know about that one. Okay. There's diabetic trackers, there's EKG trackers, and there's even urine analysis trackers. So let's look at that. The scales, there's a smart scale. The one I found on the internet today was $30, right? And once you give it some information with your weight, it's able to calculate a whole lot of other body measurements. It's attached to your phone by a Bluetooth connection. Blood pressure measure, blood pressure cup. The Quadro arm wireless blood pressure monitor, right? Easy to use, smart upper arm cuff. It works for both the Android and the iOS, and works in conjunction with the Apple Watch. Here's where Withings blood pressure monitor connection, $120, right? Quick and fast to read results with a color-coded feedback on the display. One of the most accurate blood pressure monitors, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth sync. It has a long-lasting rechargeable battery. And the app will automatically share the information with your doctor. I wonder how the doctors are going to feel getting 7 million or even 50 different people's blood pressure every day. What are they going to do with that? That's an interesting thing that doctors are going to have to deal with. Blood oxygen level. Right? There's one built into your watch, your Apple Watch, and it's this app. Okay, and then there's the Wheelie, or the Wheelie, Will You, blood Bluetooth pulse oximeter fingertip. Okay, it's the one that fits on your fingertip. It's the one that you go to the doctor's office and they put on your finger, but this one hooks to your device, your smartphone, and sends the information to that. It's $36. Okay. Medical alert devices. Now, there are many people in that industry. Here are a few of them. Many of you may have a device from some of them. Okay. Right? They all provide different packages, and they focus on either is it at home, and if it's at home, is it with a landline for making contact? Or is it with a cell phone interface? Or is it with a Wi-Fi connection? On the go, it would obviously be on a cell phone type of connection when you're not at home. This is a very competitive market, and there's a lot of different ones in there. Right? Cellular enabled trackers, Apple and Google have this is for tracking where you are. right? So Apple, as I mentioned to you earlier, Apple and Google have a Find My application that knows where you are, where your smartphone is or your Apple Watch, and you can share that information with others. You have hearing aids. These happen to say Bose on them, but most hearing aids now come with an application that you put on your smartphone that allows you to control the features on that device. You've got glucose monitoring devices. Contour, Next One, Freestyle, Dexcom, Eversense, Guardian, Rite Aid, Walgreens, all have different ones. And I'm not going to go through the details of each one, but I want to give you the idea of what each one offers. And from last year, the best overall for new users was the Contour. The test strips are $29, right? It provides an accuracy within 8.4%. That's its pros, easy to read, affordable at under $20. Connects to the apps on for easy diabetes monitor. And that's what I was looking for in each one of these. Connects to an app. The cons are, some reviewers say the test strips are expensive compared to other brands. The best blood-free readings is Freestyle. Cost is between $90 and $150. Continuous monitoring, no finger sticks. Helpful if you test multiple times throughout the day. Cons are may not provide the most consistent readings. And the device that's put on your skin may cause skin irritation. Most accurate, the Dexcom G6. Also most expensive, right? Consistent, accurate readings, reads every 5 minutes, works with an insulin pump. So you can have an insulin pump and it would automatically feed you insulin when needed. And it also sends data to your smartphone. Must change the sensor frequently. The most long-lasting sensor is Eversense. It's an implant. Goes for up to 3 months without changing the sensor. Takes a reading every 5 minutes. Discrete vibration alerts is what you get. Connects to your smartphone. Cons, sensor changes require a doctor's appointment. And inaccurate alerts when exposed to direct sunlight. The best for detailed glucose data is the Guardian. The pros are shows blood sugar range patterns throughout each day, gives readings every 5 minutes, connects to a smartphone. It's a patch sensor, not an implant. The cons are needs to change sensor frequently. Not available for children under 14, and it's expensive as well. If we switch gears to EKG, remember I told you earlier that the watch was an EKG monitor? $79 from Amazon, you can get this little device, right? Many smart watches have EKG built in. This is called the Cardia Mobile One. And it's about $79 on Amazon. And last but not least, see insights from your pee. CES, this was a new device introduced at CES 2023. Urine contains biomarkers that can reveal a lot of information about your nutrition, menstrual cycle, and overall health. This little sensor puck slides right under your toilet seat to catch a sample of your pee every time you go to the bathroom. Measurements are analyzed and then sent directly to your phone for deeper medical insights. You can use this information to monitor your health in real time, trap abnormalities, and make changes to improve your future results. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all there is. Do I have any questions out there?
Let's start with a few comments or questions that are in the chat box.
Okay.
Let's see. The Android Google personal safety app appears only to work on the Pixel phones, not on other Android phones.
Okay.
And then someone has agreed, somebody agreed Pixel only. Samsung has its own medical information area in settings. And then
Okay.
Jolin said, I use BT with my glucose meter, my BP wrist cuff and smart scale. It's very handy. And even my toothbrush does Bluetooth to its app on my phone.
I missed one. I missed one.
And she has the Contour Next.
Yeah,
What did the, wait a minute, what did the just a minute, what did the Bluetooth toothbrush give them? The
okay,
data?
it tells you how it tracks your brushing time and gives
Yeah.
you tips to change what you're doing and how long you're doing. I have a Philips brand,
Yeah.
and Oral-B also has one.
All right. Thank you.
Well, my dental issues, my dentist said, you need to do this better than you're doing. And I said, what do you suggest? And they said, try a Bluetooth toothbrush. I've got
Thank
the
you.
Philips. It's lovely. Oh, I
got-
actually have the Oral-B that's downstairs. I don't use it as often.
Yeah,
So I have two of them.
I have to add that to my pitch. Wow,
There you
that's
go.
good.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody has the contour. Anybody you want to talk about it? Or
Yes,
no,
I have the Contour Next, and again, it
Yeah.
just I had a Contour non-Bluetooth before that I had to write down everything. And this one, it sends it directly to my phone. It doesn't always connect, but it doesn't always connect at the time I'm taking it, but it always ends up sending them all to my phone. So I really like
Okay.
it. It's simple. Yeah, the strips are expensive, but I find it for not having to write down and track it that way.
Exactly.
It's my
Exactly.
convenience is worth that. Definitely,
Right.
definitely. So yeah, I
Thank
really
you.
like that. That's one. And I have a scale. I have a Eufy, EUFY scale. And
You're-
I don't have an arm cuff. I have a
yeah.
wrist cuff for my blood pressure. I
All
love
right.
that because I just the whole thing and try to wrap it around these big old guns that I've got. Not guns, they're just guns.
You're not technically oriented, are you?
Didn't you know I'm a bit of a geek?
All right.
That's all.
All right.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I enjoy the tools. Now I don't have an Alexa or I have a Nest, but I don't talk to it much. I just look at the time on it and stuff. But these little gadgets that help me in my everyday are worth it.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all from South Carolina. That's all from South Sarasota.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm in the low country of South Carolina, just north of Savannah, Georgia.
There's another question from Steve Parker, Bill. It says,
Go
is
ahead.
EverSense available in Canada?
I don't know. Steve, you'd have to Google it. But yeah, I would Google it and see if it is.
I didn't get that. Could you try?
My Siri keeps talking to me. Okay, Ann, let me turn it back over to you.
All right, Bill, that was phenomenal. You actually, let me show you me. You actually made my phone turn hot. Wow, it is so hot I stopped taking pictures, but that was just great information. An awful lot of it, and I'm awfully glad that we've made a recording of it so some of us can go back and resume learning about it, because that was an awful lot of information. Thank you so much. That was terrific. No more questions.
No, we
And
got one answer here, and The Eversense is not available in Canada.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I just Googled that and it's not yet available. What is
Well,
it? Let me just
Joan,
look real
it,
quick.
it will soon get to Canada. It takes them a while, you know.
Not
might-
yet in
might-
Canada. The
Well, it might make it
implantable
over the
device. Yeah,
border if you're going that way.
that's true. Yeah,
Right.
not
Yeah.
yet in Canada. There it is. So the possibility for it being available in the future is there, definitely.
That's good. That's great.
I'm sorry, Ann, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to also remind everybody that I believe it's March 22nd that we are having our volunteer luncheon that is not just for volunteers, it's for everybody. And if you're in town, oh, do try and come to it. It's an in-person meeting and the volunteers will not have to pay, but the rest of us only have to pay for all you can eat for $20, which is a pretty darn good bargain. And we're going to be sending out emails to you weekly until it happens. So for the next 3 weeks, just look in your emails for notification of the fact that it's coming up and it's going to be a blast. So we're looking forward to that.
And we invite people from other out of state. Our weather is gorgeous.
Oh, that is so true. Yes, and you can bring a guest too. That's okay, as long as we know in advance. So there'll be plenty of places for you to sign up on the website. So please look for any emails from us, okay? And I'm sorry about the monitor this month. We had a technical glitch that happened, and these kind of things can happen in life. So we apologize, but for anybody that didn't see the message, your monitor is on, your monitor is on the website and you can get it there. And that's about the only way you're going to get it this month, okay? So we are almost out of time and we are down to who won the grand prize for tonight, which is only for members. And if you've won before, and if I call your name, please let me know if you have already won, because this is for a free year of STUG for you. And so if you already won, you don't want to win another free year at the same time. And this happens from the time that when your new membership rolls through, whatever date it may be, it's for a year from that date. So for instance, if your new membership is July of this year, then you'll have it from July until July of 2024. Are you ready? Drum roll. Our winner tonight, if she is here, and if she has not won in the past, is Judith Stratton. Judith, present yourself. As in going.
No, she's here. I see her.
You see her?
Yep.
Oh
And-
my goodness.
and she's got her thumb up.
You have been spotted. Can you just let us see that you're here, Judith? And we will tell you.
Huey,
Just should-
can you unmute
I can
her?
spotlight her. No, she has.
Oh,
to
okay.
unmute.
Oh,
There she is.
There
I
she is.
unmuted myself. Do you see me?
oh, there you go, Judith. So you can solemnly swear that you have not won this prize before, correct?
I can swear that. I have not won any prize.
Isn't that great? You're like me. You never win prizes too, right?
Right.
Well, you are our grand prize winner, and for that you get a free year in STUG, and we're delighted to have you for another year.
I just
when-
renewed my membership earlier today.
Earlier today.
If I
Well, I'll
live
tell you what, we will get a hold of Nancy Dennis and let her know that you get did you pay for it already?
Yes, ma'am.
So you got another year.
Today's my expiration date, so I paid.
Okay, today is your expiration date?
Yeah, the first.
The first, oh my goodness gracious. Well, now this requires an executive meeting. We will let you know, but I have a feeling you'll get this year for free and you'll get your money back. But you never know,
okay.
because Nancy sometimes just absconds with the money, so we don't
Oh,
know
I'm
whether
sure.
or not she might bring it back or she might not, in which case you'll get next year. One way or another, you get one free year, and we're delighted that
That's
you
great.
won tonight. Thank you for
Sure.
being here. And I also want to thank Bill again, because it was great, Bill. It's a lot of preparation that goes into also knowing everything. So how about unmuting us all so we can give Bill a big clap?
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, unmute yourselves. All right, here we go. Thank you so much, Bill. We will see you, and thanks for coming.
Hi,
Good night.
everybody.
Thanks,
Good night.
Thanks all.